All right, Frankie,
What's up?
do you like boxing? And I'm not asking because you're Mexican. I'm asking just as
Whoa, dude.
boxing just myself.
Of course, I love boxing.
Favorite boxer of all time.
Oh, of all time? Damn, man, that's a tough one.
Or top 3.
Top 3. There we go.
I mean, Julio Cesar Chavez for sure.
Yeah. I guess say Canelo.
I like Canelo, yeah.
He's too new.
Mexican boxer.
Not the Mexican.
Oscar De La Hoya.
I root for him. I like him, but Oscar De La Hoya.
Who's that new kid?
Ryan Garcia.
Ryan Garcia.
That's just like
You know who he is?
kids that like TikTok.
Yeah.
People love him.
He's a younger cat, right? The young dude that was like.
Yeah. He's nice though. He's nice.
He looks pretty good. I don't know. Have you heard of the boxer named Jake Paul?
Come on, man.
One of the greatest.
Undefeated, assholes. He's undefeated.
3-0, okay?
Who watched the fight? Who watched the
Jaque
fight?
Paul.
It's been 3 fights already?
Yeah, he just had a fight this past weekend.
Yeah, on Saturday,
And he
yeah.
defeated MMA, I guess, kind of a legend. Not really, I guess.
Yeah.
Ben Askren, yeah.
He holds 2 belts. He holds 2 belts.
Yeah, 2 belts, yeah. 18-2, I believe.
Did you see homie walking off though? He was like, all right, y'all, thank you. Walking off with his girl.
For the bag.
Yeah, I'm like, it was a little bit like, all right.
All right, so the question I want to ask you guys, was it fixed?
Nah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Why don't you think it's fixed?
I mean, look at this guy, though.
embarrassing.
Bro, he
to
got
go down
socked
twice.
out, dog.
He got knocked absolutely the fuck
That was
out.
a real punch.
Look at this guy.
I think that's more. I think
This is
his
him walking out. This is
his
what Frank's
face
talking
is
about.
more of a demeanor of somebody that like is just very okay with himself.
Yeah?
I think that's what it is. When you hear him, in
You think he
interviews,
really got you think he wasn't letting his guard down a little bit?
I think he's not known for his striking. Let's say that he's not. I feel. I'll say this: if Ben Askren was here and I put some gloves on Bart and Joe, and I was like, "Hey, spar around with Ben Askren," I think they do pretty well.
Impossible.
Really? Ben Askren's that bad at boxing?
Damn.
I don't think he's that good, bro.
Oh, shit.
But that just shows how talented he is at wrestling, bro. Like, he's that good of a wrestler. Like, his wrestling credentials are far beyond anything else. Like, in MMA, you can get away with having some subpar skills and being really fucking great at another skill set. So for boxing, Jake Paul's kind of a genius for wanting to fight this dude. To get him to actually fight him, he's
picked
kind of
the
And
like,
then he knew
By
homie wasn't
design.
taking the fight seriously. Though,
yeah,
right?
bro.
Right.
Like,
No, he came in looking like he hasn't worked out in 3 years.
well, he came off like a giant hip surgery. He was out for like 11 months. He was like on the couch for 11 months.
Do you think he expected to lose?
No, I think he just thought he was like, fuck it. I'll just
Like
do
whatever happens, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna get this back.
it. And you hear him talk about it. He's like, look, how I feel is if I were to win or lose, I'm still gonna be the same person. I'm still gonna fucking do the same things I do at home. I'm still gonna be. He's like really into crypto. He's really into fucking like frisbee golf.
Really?
Oh, really? He's one of us. Attaboy.
He's literally like, hey, bro, I got beat up. I got knocked out. Whatever.
He is the best
Like, that's how he
loser,
is, bro. Like
his interview after Masvidal after this fight, like he's just like, you don't see his ego get crushed. He's like, I'm just gonna go back to coaching my kids wrestling. That's what I love. I love my family, and like just the way that what I like about him, it's almost as if he's like the first fighter where the more he loses, the more I love him. 'Cause you know, other fighters, they win, like, oh fuck yeah, there's that Kobe, that championship mentality that's inspiring.
Yeah.
To him, I'm like, this guy deals with pain so well that's the inspiring part.
It's inspiring for him to lose.
I wish he was here so you could tell him that. All his losses.
You know, I think he would hop on JK News, bro. I think you can get him, dude.
Really?
I think you can get him. Hey, but for the past,
He likes to work with losers.
bro, his past 4 losses have been like the most embarrassing fights.
What were the last 4? I just know Masvidal and
Crazy knee.
Yeah, the flying knee knockout, right?
Yeah, that
and
was-
he was like,
that was
dude, that was
viral.
the most embarrassing shit of my life. Like, what are you talking about?
After all the shit talking he
Yeah, he was like, dude, that was awful.
Yeah.
And then he lost to Damian Maia.
got out wrestled.
Yeah, and Damian Maia is like an amazing grappler, but he got outboxed by this guy who also has very terrible striking. And he outboxes full in an MMA fight. And he got choked out. He got put to sleep. Whatever. It is what it is, right? It's part of the game. And then the Robbie Lawler fight. He won that fight, but it was like the most controversial. He got slammed on his fucking head. He almost got knocked out.
Is it a technical win?
He's been through it. Like, it was like a weird thing. He put him in a choke.
Yeah.
and he kind of went out, but not went out, and the ref stopped it, and it was a little premature. You know, like that's what.
It looked like he went out, but then
Yeah.
afterwards he was like he was protesting the thing.
Yeah, so it's just like I feel like the nature of him, he just was like, yeah, fuck it. We've got $1 million. What are you gonna do?
He earned $500,000 on this fight right here.
That's it?
500,000, yeah.
But I thought didn't Jake Paul get like 90 million?
No.
Really?
Wait, on in this past Saturday
This past one, yeah. So the official purse that was like announced was Ben Askren was making 500,000. Jake Paul was making 690,000, but that's just the initial base.
That's a fighter's
Yeah,
purse.
so there's like back end stuff that they're not including in that. So who knows what that real number
Team
is?
produce it? Like, I mean, like.
Yeah. So the crazy thing is Jake Paul invested into Triller, and Triller is what is
So he did the Mayweather move.
he did the main
Kinda.
I heard it was 90 mil.
90 mil.
Pay-per-view buys were.
Pay-per-view buys.
Because it was like I think they get like $10 for every pay-per-view buy or something. Like that's how they usually kind of do it. So they'll after the pay-per-view buys get figured out, then they'll get a percentage of the pay-per-views that they sell. And so then therefore they'll get more money from that.
To Jake Paul's credit, though, I do think he's a genius because I think he invented his own industry.
For real.
Like influencer boxing, celebrity boxing, wasn't really around, or people hear of it, and then like he created this momentum and he created so much noise that's literally a nobody fighter that both sides, both boxing people and MMA guys are talking about it.
Yeah, celebrity boxing existed, but nobody gave a shit.
Yeah.
For real.
So that's to his credit. Like I think he's a genius. Like marketing.
I didn't know who he was until he started fighting, and I was like, "What? Who is
Was
that?"
it Jake or Logan that created it?
Logan was like the first.
Logan was first, yeah, but Jake Paul was on the undercard. But then Jake Paul's just better.
Bro, and Logan
And
Paul.
Logan versus like KSI, it was two YouTubers, right? So it never really, like Dana White's not mentioning their names, or like boxers aren't mentioning their names. Like this guy got big MMA and big boxing people to start mentioning their
He's got BJ Penn talking about fighting.
Bro, everyone's calling this dude out. Like imagine like if they did this with basketball. Like you just watch some like guys that can't play basketball that well, and you're like, oh, I'll pay $50. To
Yeah, they're in the back guard.
3-on-3, like, oh yeah, cool, sick.
But then he keeps winning. That's crazy.
But that's the thing. It's like that just shows how high stakes like fighting is. Like nobody wants to see people play regular sports. They want to see people knock each other the fuck out.
True.
But that's
You could understand it.
Yeah, exactly. It speaks. It crosses over every language.
And you want to see people get fucked up.
yeah, you want to see like we're fucking primal,
If
dude.
y'all want to see Ben Askren get fucked up, here's the knockout highlight right here. Now, is this premature? He does get up, and then he's like, the ref's like, all right, countdown, get to 8. He's like, all right, let's fight. And then
This is the best call right here. This is it.
Yeah, look at this.
He makes a
He's
walk.
like, nah.
He makes a walk to him, and he goes, oh, stumbles. That's it.
not premature.
While I watched it, in the moment I would have got hurt. When I watched it, I was like, okay. I was mad. I was like, this is premature. I was like, that's bullshit. Early stoppage. And then I watched it again, and I was like, nah, it's not.
Yeah, when he's like that, homie's like,
That's wishful thinking. We just wanted him to come back out.
But if I paid for that event, this was a minute 30, right?
Minute 30.
In the
yeah,
first
something
round.
Like that, yeah.
If I'm running the event because I paid for it, I'm like, guys, like, come on, let's fucking.
the shit was, it was a lot too, man. They had the concerts and
It was like they had Justin Bieber, Snoop Dogg perform.
it was like a 10-hour fucking pay-per-view, bro. It was like so long.
Has Snoop Dogg not performed at
It was like they had all the money. They had all the money, homie. They had Too Short, E40, like,
West Side Connection or some shit.
like like it was like, all right, money's not an issue. What do we want? All right, let's get Justin Bieber.
I think the Black Keys.
So it was a musical performance more than anything.
It was.
It's a concert.
Yeah.
It was like a variety show, really, with the box ending with the boxing
Were there
match.
any undercards or?
There were.
Yeah,
there
there
were.
was.
Oh, dude, did y'all? I don't have a clip of it.
I only watched
the
that
Red
fight.
Catch fight.
The Red Catch? Raycon or something?
Raycon?
He's like an R&B singer or some shit.
What?
And then he fought like a professional boxer. And you can you watch. That was the only other fight I saw. You watched the
R&B
fight.
singer that like from our generation.
I
or,
don't
like,
even. He might be like a reggaeton or some shit. I don't know. He was like a singer.
Oh yeah.
Raycon.
Wait, was he the homie with the dyed hair?
Yeah.
That guy, that's
okay,
what I'm
yeah,
talking.
yeah.
Yeah, he got hit in the side, but then he
No,
protested. He got
he
fucking
tried
hit in
that.
the
Oh,
nuts.
homie, it was the worst.
Oh, that was a different fight. That's a different fight.
Oh, that's a different
Oh, okay,
fight.
that's what I'm talking
I was talking about that one.
Dude, that one, he got hit right here. It was like a legal
Yeah,
shot.
yeah, and then he
he's
goes
like,
down.
Oh, my balls.
my balls.
He's like kicking the ground and shit, like, no. And it was like, motherfucker, we got all my balls.
He just didn't want to fight anymore.
Yeah, he didn't want to fight. He
It was the
losing.
worst.
Yeah, and then the funniest thing, I should have screen capped this, man. I should have screen capped this on Wikipedia. I never heard of this fighter, so I go on Wikipedia to find out who he is, and he literally his real nickname is El Terrible, but then.
Oh, cool.
Someone fucking went on Wikipedia and wrote El Shitebag instead, and then they wrote like he's a fake boxer. They redid his entire Wikipedia page.
But he's a real boxer though, right?
He's a real boxer, yeah.
Professional boxer, yeah.
But this guy, like, yeah, he cried wolf. He was like, oh shit, my balls. But in reality, he didn't even get hit that hard. That's the thing. Like,
No, homie hit him with like his wrist. He connected
Yeah,
with his
it
wrist.
exploded
And like
off
an
the
illegal,
side.
it was above the belt a little.
Maybe it's like acupuncture. You hit. Oh, that's connected to my balls. God damn!
People don't know until it happens to them. Like,
It's fucked up. It's an ancient
We
art.
shouldn't be judging people. We don't know.
you don't know.
Very true. So who does Jake Paul fight next?
Logan has to be Logan. You pitched that to me the other
Dude,
day.
I cannot wait for it.
I think it's gonna build up to that.
Oh, to fight his brother?
It has to be brother
build up
versus
to that.
brother.
I think Logan Paul's gonna try to fight Mayweather. Can you believe?
Wait, aren't they fighting?
June 5th.
Like-
June 5th. Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh shit.
Does he have a
Mayweather's gonna fucking toy with his ass.
Like,
But he's way smaller than Logan Paul. Logan
He only
Paul's a
takes
giant.
one little hit.
If Mayweather loses, you realize what's gonna happen.
Shit.
This is so crazy. It's gonna be the craziest shit
This
in
is
the
what I
world.
love about this shit. So
They have the money now. I bet you, fuck, man. Even to just pay Mayweather.
everyone's taking all this shit so seriously in the boxing land. They're going, oh my god, this guy. They'll make short work of him, and then he keeps on winning. He keeps on winning.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
So that's the thing, right? Fuck your sanctity of your stupid sport. Let's see. Let anyone try it, and let's see if you can actually hold it up. Yeah. That's what I think is beautiful about all this.
Yeah.
like everybody has a puncher's chance, right? But at the same time, it's like the weight difference is pretty substantial.
Right, and that matters a lot.
And what happens too, it's like when you're Floyd Mayweather and like let's be honest, he's probably gonna win, right? But like when you get a guy that is kind of unorthodox and kind of weird how he boxes, like Logan
Lunge
Paul,
forward. And
like it's sometimes that's when it gets hard for someone that's so good at actually boxing. It's like when you play poker with someone that's never played before,
They do have a
and
lot
they
of lucky
win.
wins.
They
yeah.
win all the time because you're like, wait, what? Why'd you bet on that? That's
Yeah, and then
bullshit.
you
Like, what
see
the
the
fuck?
cards, you're like, what the fuck is
You
that?
bet on this, or you went all in on this? Like, what the fuck? Like, sometimes it's hard to like
That's true.
understand
Right.
what the fuck is happening, you know? So yeah, he could. There's a very good chance he could
Would you
get
say
knocked out.
the same about the McGregor fight then? That Mayweather? Because they went 10 rounds. Do you
It's
think
closer though. McGregor has
Yeah.
way more boxing
But,
experience.
but was there an unorthodox element?
A little
to how
bit,
he was
yeah,
boxing too, compared to
I
like
feel like
normal boxing.
if Mayweather wanted to knock him out in the third round, he could have. He would have, you know, like everyone's like, oh nah, like he wanted to play with him. I'm like, yeah, but when you're in a fight, like you're trying to also end it as
I watched
As fast as you
an
can,
interview
too.
with McGregor, and he was saying so for the Mayweather fight, like when you're the top dog, you have tons of tape on you, right? So people study the fuck out of you, and that's why it's hard to stay on top for a long time. So McGregor was studying Mayweather's like Philly shell, like this the whole time. So he was like, okay, cool, I have a game plan. I know how he boxes and everything. And so the first few rounds, I remember when we were watching it, like you do see him like land a couple punches. You're like, oh fuck, I think he cracked the code. But McGregor was saying this is, I guess, like praise to how good of a boxer Mayweather is. The minute Mayweather realized McGregor figured out that he was using the Philly shell, he changed his boxing to Mexican boxing.
Right, he started stalking you,
Different
right?
style,
like
a
that,
complete
yeah.
different style, and that's when you see McGregor get taken over because he's like, oh fuck, like I had a game plan for this style, and now Mayweather can impersonate another boxer. So now almost mid-fight, he's fighting like a Canelo, or he's fighting like someone else that's not Mayweather anymore, and he's like, oh fuck, this is crazy.
What's the Mexican style?
There's I know for one, I think their jabs, they don't turn the thumb down. It's like faster to go this way. Like there's a completely different strategy to how they box.
But that's why it's so fucking boring. Mayweather is the most boring champion of all time because you have to understand the idiosyncrasies of boxing in order to find it visually stimulating.
Like when he fought De La Hoya way back when.
Yeah.
If he would have went toe to, he didn't want to go toe to toe with De La Hoya. He just kept in that shit, like running, going around, and
well, that's why MMA is so much more exciting to watch. Like people want to watch because it translates better, right?
It got taken over. Boxing has been taken over by MMA.
And also too in boxing, it's like they never make guys who are supposed to fight each other.
Yeah.
They always make like, oh, Canelo fought some guy that was like ranked number 8 in the last
You
fight.
just beat the fuck out of him.
like beat the shit out of him, and it's like, all right, cool. What's next? You know,
That's why boxing needed this disruption. I think it's a good disruption.
It is.
And it's going to be good for the whole thing.
Jake Paul, whether we like it or not, he is the biggest fight in boxing right now. Which is crazy.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy?
The record 3-0.
What's happening?
Against non-boxers, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I love it.
He's the crypto of the boxing world.
I love how much. I love how much it's pissing people off. That's what I love.
Bro, it was pissing me off. I was like, you know what? But and then I realized,
Yeah, what is this bullshit?
This is what he wants. This is what he wants. Like he's tapping into some shit that like nobody ever thought of. It's crazy. He's a genius.